So after the storm, I had been looking for my little white cat. They cut all this stuff down in here, and cats aren't too crazy. And we had the storm and da 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 da. And cats aren't too crazy about new stuff. So I've been looking for, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I call her Elvis. I think it's a her. But I've been looking for her. It's been like 2 days since we've had some wind and stuff. And I try not to get emotional about, finding them, because sometimes it takes a couple days for them to come around. And I'm just imagining, that somebody, like, when they were cutting all this debris down, like, ran her over and fucking threw her in a garbage bag, because people just don't give a fuck about cats, or animals, or people in general. I got this fucking creepy dude across the street over here. I don't know if he's outside right now. He's like 70 years old, and he just stares at me like a fucking weirdo. And he's outside. He's wearing his little green fucking windbreaker on his electric bike. He's just a fucking wackadoodle. He's always like fucking staring. And then when I look at him and I go, yo, what the fuck are you looking at? He just acts like he doesn't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? He's like just a creepy dude. And then we got this other creepy pedophile that lives like 2 streets over, and he like walks down my street with his dog, and I'm like, bro, don't walk. I'm not saying this to be fucking aggressive with you or anything. You can take this the right way. The right way is, I don't want you walking down my street. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't want you walking down my street. You walk all over the place, and that's fine. You're free to roam about the country. I just don't, out of all these streets, and I see you walking down all these streets, I just don't see why you got to walk down my street. It's a dead end. So I don't want to get aggressive with you. I don't want to lose my fucking mind on you right now. But I'm just telling you, I think it'd be in your best interest and everybody's best interest, and all of that stuff, without saying anything, whatever. Just don't walk down my street. And I'm the guy on the street that tells people not to walk down the street. I had another guy one day, he looked like fucking Robert De Niro in Cape Fear. He was like pushing a shopping cart with tattoos, jail tattoos all over his chest. And I was on my bike, and I rolled up and I go, where are you going? He's like, oh, I'm just looking for scraps. I go, where? Just down. I go, yeah, that's a dead end. There's nothing down there. And he goes, oh, well, how do you know? I go, because I live on the street. And I pulled out, like, I had like 10 or 11 bucks on me. I go, here's $11. I'm going to pay you to, take another route. I don't want to see you fucking pushing a shopping cart up and down my street, or, we're going to have another chat, and it's not going to be good, because I've had enough shit going on with bikes missing and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you probably wouldn't want me on your fucking street either, right? He's like, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I respect it. All right, have a good day. And I hate having to get tough with people like that, but, like over the cats and shit, people get disrespectful and fucking think, and it took me a while to figure out, like, people would fuck with these cats. I had a dude throwing fireworks at a cat, and I was like, yo, do you want to not do that? And he got smart with me. I walked up on his porch, yanked him off his chair by his foot, just like on the Flintstones, down the steps. And I was getting ready to step on his fucking head. And his wife's like, oh, please don't hurt him. I'm calling the police. The police came in, they were like, yo, it's a felony for fucking with animals. What he did is a misdemeanor. So you guys just need to figure it out. And we figured it out, and da-da-da-da-da. But, I don't know, had that fucking crazy crackhead down here, used to start his car up every day. Every grown-ass man on this street didn't say shit to him, and he wasn't even anybody to worry about. You know what I mean? He was just a fucking crackhead. Nobody said anything. So that's why I tell people, you don't gotta be tough. You don't have to say things. You don't have to be like intimidating. You don't have to be fucking big. You just have to tell people. Like, I've said to him 4 or 5 times in a nice way, like, hey man, You start your car up all fucking day and you rev it and rev it and rev it at 2 o'clock. I mean, it's just a little much. You think maybe you can, you know, go get a tune-up or whatever you got to do. And so he didn't want to do it, and had just, me and him had problems from then on. You know what I mean? And I threw a fucking flashlight at his car. He rode by real quick. He'd drive 80 miles per hour up and down the street, and not one of these pussies that live here would say anything. You know what I mean? None of them.